Following the formal launch of the Democratic People's Movement and their presentations from various speakers, attendees were invited to share their views on the country's newest political party. Citizen John Rollo suggested that based on what was presented by the leader of the DPM, it may require adjustments to the constitution.
I have not really formed a full concept because all have not been said. No, there are certain things that have been said. Sounds good, especially from Citizen David. But I would like to know, get further information, for instance, how these things will be done. And if in effect, as I always proclaim, they can be done under the same constitutional architecture that have existed for the past 50 years. I do believe that within some of the things I've heard there, we will have to change the constitution of that country, and that is the only way I believe that we can build with the people into the future.
The farmers' representative in the Senate, Roderick St. Clair, along with former Senate President Chester Humphrey, also offered their perspective on the development.
I think, as a democratic country, the political parties and movements will be formed, and of course they have to have different platforms. From where I sit, representing the farmers and the fishers, I am hearing the message as to how the matters can be addressed by this party. Of course, more details are expected. And of course, as one sitting in the parliament, and of course, having seen Peter David, Honorable Peter David, after the Minister for Agriculture before, I'm encouraged to see the focus. But we always say the reality is when it happens.
Well, first of all, I was really surprised by the turnout. And as a journalist who'll be moving around, you'd realize that there are more people outside than there were inside the building, on both sides. And it tells me that the country is ready for change. I think the people are moving beyond the two traditional parties. I think this is what this indicates.
Other attendees contributed a range of viewpoints reflecting the diverse opinions surrounding the launch of the DPM.
I think it's a good idea. I haven't been living in Grenada for a long time. I've been away, and what I've heard this afternoon, I think it seems that the country will be going forward.
It was quite impressive. They have indicated what I am very appreciative of is the emphasis on unity. Unity, coming together, and togetherness, you can achieve very much. I think all the presenters were clear, articulate, and a lot of hope. I think the Democratic People's Movement has a good opportunity to change the politics in the country, to move it a step higher, more transparency, more people's participation, critical.
What Peter David said, what the leader said, is doable. And I think it could be, if we all come together, it would happen.
Cover the topic that I was speaking to my daughter about earlier this afternoon, and she had raised it with me about how young people feel like they have to leave in order to accomplish anything, and I thought it was quite interesting that they touched on that this evening, so it was great.
Christlina John, GBN News.